Hello friends, today we are guiding you to prepare interview questions on Python. In comments you can share the topic of your interest. Our team will prepare the video for you. Before continue to our session, we request you to join our channel for all the latest updates. Our team of technical and subject matter experts are working hard to create valuable content just for you. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like and comment on our videos, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. How do you read and write files in Python? In Python, reading and writing files is done using the built-in open function, which allows you to open a file in various modes, such as read, R, write, W, append, A, and more. Here we can read and write files in Python as follows. Reading files. To read a file, use the open function with the R mode, default. You can then read the contents using methods like read, readline, or readlines. Example, read entire file, with open example.txt, as file content equals file.read # reads the whole file into a string. Print content using the with statement ensures that the file is automatically closed after the operation. Example, read line by line, with open example.txt, as file for line in file print line.strip. Writing files. To write to a file, use the W or A mode. W will overwrite the file, while A will append to it. Example, write to a file, with open example.txt, W as file.write hello, world !! \n file.write writing to a file in Python. Conclusion reading, use read, readline, or readlines to access file content. Writing, use write to write data, with W for overwriting or A for appending. The with statement is highly recommended for file operations to ensure proper resource management and automatic file closing. What is the difference between R, W, A, and R+ modes in file handling? In Python, the open function is used for file handling, and the file modes control how the file is accessed. Here's the difference between the common modes, R, W, A, and R+. R, read mode. The file is opened for reading. If the file doesn't exist, a file not found error is raised. You cannot write to the file in this mode. Example, with open example.txt, as file content equals file.read. W, write mode. The file is opened for writing. If the file exists, it is overwritten. If the file doesn't exist, it is created. This mode doesn't allow reading from the file. Example, with open example.txt, W as file.write hello, world. A, append mode. The file is opened for appending. If the file exists, data is written to the end without overwriting existing content. If the file doesn't exist, it is created. This mode doesn't allow reading from the file. Example, with open example.txt, A as file.write appending this text. R+, read and write mode. The file is opened for both reading and writing. If the file doesn't exist, a file not found error is raised. You can read from and write to the file, but it doesn't truncate the file, unlike W. Example, with open example.txt, I+ as file content equals file.read file.write adding new content. Conclusion. R is for reading. W is for writing, overwrites the file. A is for appending, adds content to the end. I+ is for both reading and writing without truncating. How do you read a file line by line in Python? In Python, reading a file line by line is a common operation, and there are several efficient ways to do it. The most widely used methods are through the for loop, the readline method, and the readlines method. Using a for loop, the most Pythonic and efficient way to read a file line by line is by iterating over the file object directly with a for loop. This method handles large files well since it reads one line at a time without loading the entire file into memory. Example, with open example.txt, as file for line in file print line.strip, # removes the new line character. Using readline, the readline method reads a single line at a time from the file. It returns an empty string when the end of the file is reached. This allows you to control when to read the next line. Example, with open example.txt, as file line equals file.readline while line print line.strip, Hash removes the new line character line equals file.readline. Using readlines, the readlines method reads all lines in the file into a list, which you can iterate over. This method is less memory efficient for large files as it loads the entire file content into memory. Example with openExample.txt as file lines equals file.readlines for line in lines print line.strip. Conclusion: the for loop is the most efficient method for reading a file line by line, especially for large files, as it processes each line without consuming excessive memory. How do you handle exceptions while working with files? When working with files, handling exceptions properly is crucial to ensure the program runs smoothly and doesn't crash unexpectedly. I typically use Python's try except blocks to catch and manage errors. For example, when opening a file, I place the operation inside a try block to catch exceptions like file not found error or permission error. This way, if the file doesn't exist or the program lacks the necessary permissions, the error can be handled gracefully, such as by displaying a user-friendly message or logging the error for debugging. Additionally, I use the finally block or context managers with statement to ensure that files are properly closed after operations, even if an error occurs during reading or writing. This prevents resource leaks and ensures the file system remains stable. I also consider specific exception types to provide more detailed feedback and avoid catching general exceptions unless necessary. In larger applications, I prefer logging the exceptions using the logging module instead of printing them, which helps in tracking and maintaining the code. Overall, my approach focuses on writing robust, error-tolerant code that anticipates common file handling issues, ensures resources are properly managed, and provides clear information when things go wrong. What is the purpose of the with statement in file handling? The with statement in file handling is used to simplify the management of resources like file streams. Its primary purpose is to ensure that a file is properly opened and automatically closed after its block of code is executed, even if an exception occurs. This reduces the risk of resource leaks and makes the code cleaner and more readable. When we open a file using with, we don't have to explicitly call file.close because the with block takes care of it. This automatic handling is especially important when dealing with large files or multiple file operations, where forgetting to close a file could lead to memory leaks or file corruption. For example, instead of writing file equals openExample.txt, I try content equals file.read. Finally, file.close we can simply write with openExample.txt as file content equals file.read. This approach not only reduces the amount of code but also makes it more robust and less prone to errors. In short, the with statement promotes better resource management, enhances code readability, and ensures safer file operations in Python. Thanks for watching the video till the end. If you liked the video and haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, like and comment on our videos, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. In comments you can share the topic of your interest. Our team will prepare the video for you.